March did not disappoint. This is your Denver housing market update. We're going to talk about what happened in March 2024 in the first quarter, and then we're going to talk about what I think is going to happen in the next 3 months. So let's get to it. I'm Amy Cesario, a realtor in Denver, Colorado, and this is my Denver view. Okay, let's start with what's actually happening with Denver home sales. At the end of March this year, we had just over 5,800 homes for sale in the 11 counties. Compared to last year, at the same time, we had just over 4,500 homes for sale. That number is up almost 30%. And buyers, this is what you have been asking for at least 6 years. You want more choices. We are still seeing bidding wars in certain price ranges and neighborhoods. In the first 3 quarters, we saw over 12,000 homes come on the market. Last year at that same time, we saw only 11,000 homes come on the market. That's up 9%. And in this first quarter, we had over 8,800 homes closed compared to the first quarter of last year where we had over 9,000 homes closed. That's down 3.5%. That is what's going to add to our increase in inventory over the next few months. So when we look at the average close price in the first quarter, that number is over $681,000. And when we look at last year, that number was just over $653,000. That's a 4.28 increase in prices. The average days on market for the first quarter was 44. Last year it was 43, and the low was 15 in 2022. When we talk about that 44 or 43 days on the market, remember that's the average, and it's the average between January and March in this case. That is a normal number for the first quarter. I saw a statistic the other day that I just thought was such an important number for sellers to think about. We took all of the properties that had price drops and we did the average days on market for those properties. The number was 86. Then we looked at properties that didn't have a price drop, and the average days on market was 19. So the story that is telling us is if you price your house too high, you are going to stay on the market on average over 2 months longer than a house that priced it right or just under what they thought it would sell for. So as a seller, that is something very important for you to take into consideration. Okay, so let's talk about a couple other things that happened in March. By March, everyone has received their tax bill. In Colorado, we pay them in arrears, so we paid last year. But what I think the most important thing to know here is Colorado ranks in the top 3 states with the lowest property tax percentage by assessed value. Most people, when they move to Colorado, are really surprised by this. Another factor, not only in the March market, but in the whole first quarter, was that the media was telling us that the feds were going to drop the interest rates in March. It didn't happen. They've stated it may happen again. I want to warn everybody here that it may not happen at all. In my opinion, and I've been saying this since November or December, I don't think Powell is going to change the interest rates at all. Those interest rates are not the same as mortgage interest rates, but they definitely coincide. I do not think that we are going to see a significant interest rate drop in 2024. If we do, it'll be after the elections into December. If we see any real movement, it's not going to be until 2025, in my opinion. So if you need to buy or sell, you need to get moving now, quit waiting. Our housing prices continue to go up. If we see a huge increase in our inventory, that might affect some of the prices, but I don't anticipate that either. We're just moving into the market where we are seeing more inventory, which is needed. And I think we have had 2 years of pent-up demand of buyers and sellers not knowing what to do. I think we are moving into a healthy market. I think that interest rates will hover between 6.5% and 7% for the rest of the year. We are approaching the peak of the market, which in Denver is usually between May and June. So to have your house on the market in April, have it go under contract April, May, have it close in June, that's usually where we see the peak, highest price sales of the year. Again, I'm Amy Cesario. I'm a realtor here in Denver, Colorado. This is my Denver view. If I can help you, whether you're thinking about buying or selling in the Denver metro area, message me. I'd love to help you find your place in Denver, Colorado.